What movie show made you think, WTF did I just watch? Tusk. Sorry to bother you. That movie wasn't horsing around lol. End of Evangelion. Requiem for a Dream. That Jennifer Lawrence starring film, Mother. Old Boy, the Korean one. I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was around 12 years old. And I thought it was the silliest, dumbest, and oddest thing I had ever seen. After 13 years, I found myself as Eddie in a Shadowcast play. It was fantastic. Annihilation with Natalie Portman. Seriously loved this movie, but it was a complete mind fuck. Mulholland Drive. Swiss Army Man. Splice. If anyone remembers that movie. It was seriously fucked up. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Watched this movie at the theater with my ex-wife back when it was first released. When the credits began to roll, we both sat there for literally 2 minutes, unable to say anything. The first thing I managed to say was okay. It's a pretty good movie, but it leaves you feeling totally weirded out, confused and disturbed. Twin Peaks. From start through all the shows, movies, and reunion. When I turned 14, I watched Sausage Party with my mother. It felt strange. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Event Horizon. That one scene. If you know, you know. Tiger King. The Lobster. Kung Fu Hustle. Absurd and amazing at the same time. The Menu, but in a good way, rolling on the floor laughing. 100 Midsommar edit, haha, thanks for the silver. Shiny happy people about the Duggars. G-Bus H. Macy, I knew they were odd, but holy shite. Hereditary. It builds and builds and builds, and then it's like, holy shit, that's wild. It's also a movie that would stay with you for a few days. Absolutely Pulp Fiction the very first time. Only movie where I remember wanted to watch it again right away because I was like, WTF did I just watch? How could I not mention Beau is Afraid? That movie gave me a headache. Eraserhead. Naked Lunch 1991. Lucy. Hands down. Cloud Atlas, I watched it a few times, still not sure what happened. Blue Velvet. Black Mirror S2EP1 White Christmas. Rubber. Edit, thanks for the silver. Everything Everywhere All at Once. A Clockwork Orange. That food movie that ends in a drug-fueled food orgy. Fucking weird. Triangle of Sadness. You've been warned. Hobo with a Shotgun. Videodrome. Donnie Darko for sure. Parasite. It was too close to what society is turning into. Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal are featured in the film Prisoners. It was like WTF. But in a good way. When that movie ended, since it was such a slow-burning thriller. Vivarium. Too Many Cooks. Gummo. The Holy Mountain. Easyhead. David Lynch is a strange guy. Crash, the 1996 one with James Spader. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Dark on Netflix. Still haven't finished it, but it was good and I was so confused. There Will Be Blood. Brand new cherry flavor. I can't even begin to describe it. Rubber. Some kind of indie movie, I think. It's about a tire that rolls around by itself and somehow makes heads explode. I didn't realize I sat through the whole thing until credits appeared. The Human Centipede. I have no words for this. Just WTF. Natural Born Killers. Uncut Gems. Adventure Time. It somehow can go from having an episode from something like having a no-talking contest to pure horror the next episode. Mad God. Nothing I can say will prepare you for it. Said IYKYK. Gone Girl. But it was fantastic. Lamb. Sharp Objects. Watched it last week. And might be one of my new favorite shows. One of those shows where I had to just sit and think about what I just watched. Angel Heart with Lisa Bonet. That Adventure Time episode about the food chain. The whole series is WTF did I just watch? But that episode in particular stands out. Under the Skin. Lars von Trier's Antichrist with Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg. A Serbian film. I'm still in need of therapy. The Lighthouse. Fantastic acting. Looks pretty good for a modern black and white. But leaves you a bit puzzled at the end. Interstellar. Beau is Afraid. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That ending got me so bad. I was dying laughing at how wild the movie was. Tears of joy rolling on the floor laughing. Jacob's Ladder. Happiness. Just about the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. Black Mirror. Dude has to fuck a pig in the first episode. I was one and done on that show. Requiem for a Dream. Tusk. Lost in translation because nothing happened. Movie 43 great film though. My answer to any question like this is always a Serbian film. I wish I could wipe what little of it I remember from my memory, and it was a lesson learned to how absolutely perverse and morbid people can go in the name of horror. It's a reminder that sometimes people need to say no to their own artistic ideas. At least I old enough when I watched it that it didn't psychologically scar me, but it made me want to throw up and stay away from watching any movie at all for months after. Fire Walk with Me. Unedited footage of a bear got me pretty good, same with Too Many Cooks. The Kitchen Nightmares episode with Amy's Baking Company. Midsommar. A Swedish spring festival with pretty flowers. What could go wrong? Tenet. Every Black Mirror episode ever. That's why it's so good. The first time I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was like, WTF? 'Cause I didn't know the details of the Charles Manson murders. Once I read about them, I thought the movie was very good. I'm thinking of ending things. Westworld. Superman 4. Lord of the Flies. Ex Machina. It was amazing, but WTF. Worker and Parasite. A Serbian film. Hereditary. Vivarium. Husband and I had to sit outside in silence for 10 minutes just to cleanse ourselves of whatever that was. The Mist. That ending shocked me. The Greasy Strangler. Tusk. Worse than Human Centipede. Thanks. I hate it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. June. The 1984 version. I had no idea WTF was going on. But I loved it. I've since read all of the Herbert June books. The last book definitely got a WTF from me too. The Human Centipede.